Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this Ankara two-piece. It's a top and a short pant. If you're interested in this video, please keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. I'll be making use of 3 yards of Ankara fabric, but I later on made use of 3.5 yards of Ankara fabric. I'll go ahead with the drafting of the pattern now. So I'll go ahead and mark my shoulder to bust line, which is 9 inches, my shoulder to waist, which is 16 inches, and my shoulder to my hip, which is 23 inches, and my shoulder to length is 30 inches, and I added 2 inches for hem for the folding allowance. So I'll go ahead and mark that and connect that with a straight line. After extending with a straight line, I'll go ahead to my starting line or my shoulder line, and I'll go ahead and mark my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. My shoulder is 16 inches divided by 2, that will give me 8 inches. So I'll go ahead to the starting line and I'll mark 8 inches, and I'll also mark that 8 inches on my bust line, and I'll connect with a straight line just as shown. After marking my shoulder, I went ahead to mark my neck width. My neck width is 4.5 inches, and I'll go ahead to mark my neck depth for my back, which I use 1.5 inches, and the neck depth for my front is 7 inches because I want the neck to be able to fit into my head. So that's why I use my front neckline to be 7 inches. I made a V neckline for my front neckline. You can make use of any neckline you want for your front pattern, but I made use of a V neckline for mine. So I'll go ahead now and mark 1 inch for shoulder slope, and I'll go ahead and locate the midpoint of my armhole, and I'll mark my bust line measurement, which is 42 divided by 4, that will give me 10.5. I'll go ahead and mark that measurement, and I'll just connect the 3 points together to form my armhole. After covering my armhole, I went ahead to my bust line to add 2.5 inches of sewing allowance. I'll be using that as my sewing allowance. You can go beyond that, you can do lesser than that, whatever works for you is fine. So I'll be adding 2.5 inches all round to my bust line, to my waistline, to my hip line, but to my hem I'll be marking 3 inches for my sewing allowance because I'll be adding a slit. After adding my allowances, I'll go ahead and just connect the lines just as shown in the video. If you have any questions regarding the drafting of this pattern, please leave it in the comment section. I'll be sure to reply. If you're a beginner and you're watching this video, please leave a comment in the comment section. If you don't understand what I'm doing, please just watch the video. So right now I'm done connecting my lines. I'll go ahead now and just mark 2 inches. 2 inches for my hem line, so I'll go ahead and connect that line. You can do 1.5 inches for your hem, you can do 1 inch, but I'll be making use of 2 inches for my hem line. So after I'm done connecting, I'll go ahead now and mark my front neckline. I'll go ahead and just mark the 7 inches, and I'll be connecting with a straight line to make my neck width. So after that, I went ahead to cut out the pattern. We are done with the front pattern. If you're a beginner and you're just learning how to draft and cut out fabrics, please practice, practice, practice. Buy a lot of fabrics and ensure you practice whatever you're watching from YouTube. In YouTube, we try our best to put you through some sewing techniques, but try your best to practice on your own. Right now, I'm just placing the front on the back pattern, and I'll go ahead and just cut it out. I'll just go ahead and cut it out just as shown in the video. If you have watched up to this point, please don't forget to give this video a like, and please subscribe to my channel. Now that we're done cutting up both the front and the back pattern, I'll go ahead and make notches on my fabric. So I'll be notching on my waistline and on my hip line and also on my hemline, and I'll be marking going down 2 inches from my hip line, and I'll be marking that for my slit. My slit will be reaching up to my hemline, so I'll go ahead and do that. After that, I went ahead to cut out my front neckline. I'll be cutting that just as shown in the video, my V neckline. So I'll go ahead, after cutting this, I'll reshape the front armhole. I'll go ahead and reshape it just as shown in the video, and after that we're done with both the front and the back pattern. After that, I'll go ahead now to the shorts. So I'll be cutting a short pant. So right now I have 2 fabrics on fold. So I'll go ahead and mark my I'll be doing 4 inches for my band. So I'll be doing my band separately, but I'll just be marking my waist to my hip. So that's the measurement for my waist to my hip. So my waist to my hip is 10 inches, and my waist to my crotch is 15 inches, and my waist to my thigh is 18 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark those measurements. I'll be marking also the hem, which is 22 inches. The length of my short is 22 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark that and just extend the lines just as shown. In order to get your crotch length, just sit on a flat surface and take your tape measure and measure from your waist down to the chair. For mine is 15 inches. That's why I mark 15 inches for my crotch. And after now, I'll go ahead and mark my hip measurement. My hip is 44 divided by 4. That will give me 11 inches. But I'll be adding 1 inches for sewing allowance, and I'll be adding 1 inch for ease, making 14 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark the 14 inches both on the waistline and also on my hip line. So I'll connect that with a straight line, and I'll be connecting that line straight to my crotch line. So I'll go ahead and connect that with a straight line just as shown in the video. Now, in order to get your crotch depth, for mine, my hips divided by 4 will give me 11. That 11 again divided by 4, that will give me 2.78, approximately 3 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark the 3 inches. So I'll go upwards by 1 inch so that my curve will be able to sit well on my crotch. So I'll go ahead now to my thigh line, and I'll be marking my thigh measurement. My thigh is 28 inches divided by 2, that will give me 14. So I'll be marking that 14 inches, and I'll be connecting that just as shown in the video. This is a personal story. While I was learning to draft pants and shorts, I spot a lot of fabrics on my own. I spot a lot of fabrics a lot, but at the end of the day, I became perfect with drafting pants and shorts. If you're a beginner, please take your time in learning how to draft pants and shorts. It's actually easier than it looks, but if you practice, you get used to it and you know every step all the way. Right now, I'll go inwards by 1 inch on my waistline, and I'll just be covering that to meet my hip line. I want the shirt a little bit fitted, so I'll go inwards at the end by 1 inch as well, and I'll be covering that to meet my tie line. Right now that I'm done covering, we are done with the front pattern of the pant trouser. So right now I'll go ahead and curve. After curving, we are done with the front pattern of the pants or the short. So I'll go ahead now and just cut out my pattern just as shown in the video. If you don't know how to cut your short, please just watch how I cut mine. Don't make a mistake while cutting out yours, especially on the crotch area. You want to take your time to cut out that part so that you don't have two excesses on the other side. After cutting out the front pattern, I'll go ahead and place the front pattern on the back pattern. I will draft the back just as shown in the video. Please pay attention to this part. Your back crotch is different from your front crotch. Definitely, I'll be marking 3.5 inches for my back crotch. I'm marking that 3.5 inches because I want my crotch at the back to sit very well. I want my crotch at the back to be able to sit very well. So I'll go ahead and extend line, and also go ahead and mark 1 inch upwards just as shown. And I'll go ahead to my waistline and to my hip line. I'll be marking 2.5 inches, and I'll be connecting that, and I'll go to my thigh line and mark 2 inches, and also to my hem to mark 2 inches. The reason why I mark 3.5 inches for my back crotch is for my back to be able to accommodate my butt. So that's why I mark 3.5 inches for my back crotch. So I'll go ahead now and connect the lines just as shown, and I'll be covering my crotch just as shown. Please watch this part carefully. If you don't understand what I'm doing, please just watch the video. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. I'll be sure to reply. And with that, we are done with drafting both the front and the back pattern for the short. I'll go ahead and also shape the sides, and after that I'll go ahead and draft off my pockets. While I was learning how to draft short, another tip is the method I use here. You can use it on any other fabric of your choice that you want to use to draft a short. Just make sure that if the fabric is stretchy or on a very moves easily, please pin it down before you even draft and before you cut. Please pin it down before you do that. Ankara is actually a soft fabric, so I can just easily place my front pattern on my back pattern and easily cut out. But if you are drafting on a stretchy fabric, please ensure you pin it down before you draft and cut out. I'll go ahead and draft my pocket. I'll be marking 2 inches for the width of my pocket, and I'll be marking 6 inches for the length of my pocket, and I'll go ahead and curve it just as shown in the video. If you want your pocket to come out really looking nice, please just follow the steps on how I curved and cut out my pocket. Your pocket will come out the same way and look exactly nice on how mine looks like. So I'll go ahead and cut it out now. After cutting out, we are done with both the front and the back pattern for the short. So move ahead to the blouse now. I'll go ahead and join the shoulder seams together. Please watch how I join my shoulder seams together. I'll be placing the front on the back, and I'll go ahead and just make a seam right there. And I'll be joining both the two shoulders together just as shown in the video. I went ahead to draft my sleeve, my basic sleeve off camera, and I'll be attaching my sleeve after joining my shoulder seams together. The half yard I added to the pattern was used to cut out the basic sleeve. So right now, after joining the shoulders, I'll go ahead and also attach my sleeves and also join the sides together. Here I am showing you how to, attach your interfacing to your fabric. So I'll go ahead now and just place my interface how it would look like, both the front and the back. I'll go ahead and sew that off camera. I'll be joining the seams together, both the front and the back. I'll go ahead and sew the interfacing. Now I'm done sewing the interfacing. It came out really looking nice. Here it is all together. It came out really looking nice. So after that, I'll go ahead and just iron out my sleeve. After ironing out my sleeve, I'll go ahead and fold it just as shown in the video. After joining it together and folding it, I'll go ahead and fold my hem, and that'll be all for the blouse. Then we move over to joining of the shorts together. I'm sure you can see my fabric logo still on my fabric. I left that purposely. I learned a hack. You leave your fabric logo so that when you're sewing, it doesn't gum to your machine. So when you're sewing, just sew the dress like that. So when you're ironing, it comes off easily. Now we are done with both the front and the back and the slits, and it came out really looking nice. I'll go ahead to join my pants and my shorts together. I'll be joining the seams together just as shown. I'll go ahead and do that for both the front and the back pattern. Then after that, we are going to join the pockets for the front pattern. Right here, I'm just showing you how I place my pocket and go ahead to join it together, right sides facing each other. I'll go ahead and do that off camera. I'll be joining the pocket and I'll be showing you how it came out. It came out really looking nice. Here is the pocket already done, and we're done with inserting the pocket. So I'll go ahead now and join both the front and the back seams together. But before that, I'll be marking 2 inches off, and I'll be reshaping the pants just as shown in the video. So now that I'm done reshaping it, I'll go ahead and place the front and the back together, and we'll just join the side seams together and the crotch as well. While joining your side seams together, you discover that the front and the back are not aligning. Don't worry, it will come out perfect at the end of the day. Just join it exactly how I'm doing. Join both the front and the back together, and when you're done joining, this is how it will come out. Right now, I'll go ahead and insert my band. My band is 4 inches. I'll go ahead and insert my band just as shown. I'll first of all place the band on the waistline, and I'll be hemming it just as shown. I've gone to my machine to sew it all round. It came out really looking nice. So I'll go ahead now and fixing my elastic band to the band. So I'll go ahead and mark my waistline is 38 inches, but I'll be marking 30 inches for my elastic band. The elastic band is enough to fit my waistline, so I'll just go ahead and insert that into the band. As you insert the elastic, you go ahead and extend the band as you insert the elastic band so that the elastic band can be able to accommodate the waistline. So I'll go ahead and do that, and now when I'm done, I'll go ahead and make a stitch closing the elastic band and also closing the short where I inserted the elastic band. And with that, we are done with inserting the elastic band into the waistline. So after that, I'll go ahead and hem my short, and that'll be all for the shorts. And with that, we are done with the making of this 2-piece outfit. If you like this video, please don't forget to click the like button, and please subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Bye.